year and then budgeting to that amount. And so we took it out of the hands of the governor. We have the three-person panel. It's actually four when you consider the economist who's part of the panel. And then they are informed, their decisions are informed by two separate economists, one who works for the administration, one that works for the legislature. You know, I guess it's possible that after the new leadership is put into place in the legislature on January the 13th, an REC meeting could be held before the executive budget submission would be given to the legislature on February the 7th. But I'm not sure that that's going to happen. There's a lot of timing issues there. And so it's, I guess, likely right now that we will see the same thing we did last year, where there won't be an executive budget presented to the legislature, but I will share with the legislature what my priorities are for appropriations once the REC does actually adopt a forecast. And with respect to the treasurer, you know, we're looking at that. I don't believe the treasurer has the right to not follow through on appropriation that has been made by the legislature. But that's something we're going to be talking about and taking a look at. Yes, ma'am.
I actually have questions for General Curtis.
Well, good.
Yes, ma'am.
In terms of looking back on your tenure, what do you think were the hardest moments as Adjutant General, and what are you going to be doing upon retirement?
Let's see, the hardest moments. I'll try to stay straight faced here. When we had to bury kids. I was worried that question might come. So there are three numbers I carry with me every day. It's 59, 6, and 48. It's 59 combat deaths, 6 training losses, and 48 suicides. Those are worse. As far as retirement, I plan to spend more time with my wife than at home. And I do plan to go back into the private sector and take advantage of some business opportunities. Yeah? Thank you.
Anything else?
Just to get back to the treasurer situation, is it y'all understanding that there's a specific law that directs him to do what has been done in the past, or was it more?
Well, there's an appropriation.
Gotcha.
The appropriation is a statute. It's a law.
Are you intending to sue over that issue?
We'll have more information on that to come.
On the cyber attack in New Orleans,
Yeah.
Is it expected that there'll be a declaration of state of emergency?
Well, we already have a declaration of emergency that is currently in place, and it covers this particular incident. It may be necessary at some point to extend that declaration of emergency, but the National Guardsmen, the GOSEP, others are already operating under that declaration of emergency. Yes, that's enabled them to very quickly to respond and provide resources and additional resources. You know, like I said, tomorrow I think another 25 National Guardsmen will go to New Orleans, and this really is the new normal. And just look at what's happening around the country. It's, you know, this isn't precise, but it seems to me this is happening every week to 10 days here in Louisiana. And so we are working very hard with our federal partners and with universities and researchers and scholars, but also high-tech IT companies that are here in Louisiana to learn as much as we can, put ourselves in the best possible posture. But then we have to get local political subdivisions and their agencies in the best possible posture as well to prevent these attacks as well. And so there's always lessons to be learned. The people on the other side are smart, and they try to stay at least one step ahead of the good guys. And I guess that's been the experience with criminal enterprises since the very first one in history. I don't know which one that was, but they always try to stay one step ahead of the good guys, and they certainly try to do that with respect to cyber attacks as well.
Okay, last one, guys.
Do you expect any other changes to your cabinet?
We will make announcements as there are announcements to be made. I did, just fresh back from New York, I did want to just mention what a real treat it was for me. It was a thrill to go to New York to see the Heisman Trophy awarded to LSU's quarterback Joe Burrow, and then to see him respond as he did by crediting his team, and particularly his offensive line and his coach for taking a chance on him. I will tell you that was a great opportunity for me. I know how much Joe Burrow, that team, that program means to our state. But now it's Monday. It's time to get back to business, and that's for me, but it's also for the LSU football team because they have a game to win on the 28th. And when they do that, they have another one to win on the 13th, and we're going to be celebrating a number of really good things here in the state on January the 13th. God bless y'all, and thank you.
All right.
Congratulations to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you again.
I figured that question was coming too.
I tried to prepare my